Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. This is part 8 of the 1890 live stream, where Owen Benjamin is commenting on Shane Gillis's SNL monologue, while being a hypocrite, because Shane's making a couple of off-color jokes, while Owen has said things seriously about there's no difference between a teenage girl and a grown woman.
Gay best friend is funny because that's not saying the kid's gay. It's like, it's just a great premise. Like, I love that joke. That joke, oddly, is not sexualizing kids at all.
I was gay for my mom. She would pick me up from school. I'd hop in the van. I'd be like, girl, tell me about your day. I thought she was cool. I would listen to her music. I'd be like, bam, 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 bam. Let's go, girls. I would dance for her.
Okay, objectively, really, really funny. Funnier than anything that's been on SNL in a long time. And that's just a nice...
Funnier than anything Owen has said in a very long time.
Way of being able to say gay and make fun of that without criticizing sodomy, which I know is a big red line for corporations. And that's hilarious. My 5-year-old is my best friend. He calls me sweet. Yeah, no, it's true. That joke is great. So I'm just being fair. I'm just going to break down the whole monologue. And then we're going to watch mine again, where I just make fun of blacks. And Jews. Oh, and by the way, Lauren Michaels' real last name is Lipowitz. That's Lipowitz.
Like, look at my little dancer. But my mom asked me when we stopped being best friends, and I don't have the heart to tell her. Because, like most men, I know exactly when me and my mom stopped being friends. It was the first time I whacked off.
Okay, like, that's disturbing and funny. Like, objectively, that's a funny bit, but it's disturbing, and especially doing it in front of your mom. There's like, it's just weird.
This is coming from a dude who... It was him and his mother on camera, and he said, "Hey, Mom, tell the audience how big my ween is," or something. He was talking about his genitalia to his mom, getting his mom to tell his audience how his genitalia was.
Now, do we really need more of that? But it's funny. I mean, it's not like just propaganda. It's not like just gross to be gross. Like, it's a funny concept that as soon as you start jerking off and you know what sex is, you're no longer your
believe he's going to take the opportunity to actually talk about this.
Mom's gay best friend. But it's objectively creepy. Thinking about a little boy jerking, it's normalizing it. It's weird. It's and talking that way in front of your mom's fucking weird. Okay? That's my objective take.
That's coming from a guy who says that his stream is family friendly, that kids should watch. And he says the word squirting a lot. And whenever he's talking about that, he's talking about that. He's talking about the whole... I mean, I'm not going to paint the picture for you. God bless your innocent mind if you don't catch what's being... If you don't smell what I'm stepping in right here, as they say.
Before that, you're like, oh, where's my mom? I love my mom. She's so cool. One nut, you're like, when's that bitch going to leave the house? I have so much business to attend to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just perverted, man. It's weird. It's like calling your mom a bitch. You want her to leave so you can jerk off. And again, please don't think I don't understand that there's something funny about that. It's just, why does...
It's just he is trying to paint the picture as though he is some kind of, whatever. Whenever, if you zoom out and you know what Owen Benjamin is, you've seen what he has said, you've seen what he has done, you've seen how he treats other people's wives and daughters.
It always have to be so gross. You know, I mean, it was funny when he said I have business to attend to. Like, he's funny. Like, it is funny. But it's like, why is that the non-PC funny? Yeah, it's like Louis C.K. Yeah, exactly. So, it's just like when the Grabblers put your stereotypical white guy on TV to be like the white guy, they have to make them, they only allow them to be perverted, to do jokes, humiliating themselves, mocking their family members. I don't know. I don't love it. Yeah, it's pretty funny to host such a historic show and roasting your parents in the mouth. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, a shout out. Shane actually got a TV show deal or whatever you want to call it with Netflix. So he's got 6 episodes coming where he's the actual producer, which that's a step up. He's a producer of it, and there's a whole list of comedians that are helping him write it. And it should be out, from what I understand, within the next 3 months, I think.
No, totally. But it's still kind of great. Yeah, yeah. It's like I am conflicted on it. It's cool that his parents are there. I get it. It's funny. The premise is solid. I have so much business to attend to. Like that moment when you lose your innocence. I mean, the joke is about losing your innocence, where it's like little kids all act a little gay because they're so innocent. Like everything, they're like singing and dancing, and they play in a very gay way because they don't know any. That's why they call gays gays, because gay means happy. They're just like happy people, you know. And then somewhere along the line, they are no longer that innocent, and so Shane talks about when he's beating off, and now he wants that bitch.
This is a little. I don't know if y'all heard that my stomach just growled really loud. This is a little off the beaten path. Some of the most miserable, some of the most spiteful, hateful people I've ever met in my life were homosexual men. And that's kind of crazy seeing how Owen Benjamin really is. Because he's trying to come across, he's trying to paint himself as some kind of, oh, this is perverted, and I don't say stuff like that. Whenever he says stuff that is far worse. And he always comes across, if you watch him long enough, you see him be extremely hateful, and what I just said about those types of people. Now, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying some of the most. And that really is a sincere description of my experience with hanging out with people like that.
To leave the house. And that's just, again, my point is that, like, is he a bad person or that should be banned or something? No, it's just like, don't fucking pretend I'm crazy for my jokes.
And once again, right back to who's the victim? Owen Benjamin. Who's going to be the victim? Owen Benjamin. Who thinks things isn't fair? Owen Benjamin. Who deserves your money? Not Owen Benjamin.
When you have a small tribe of people that have complete control of your monetary system, that print money to get you to fight their wars, that's obviously more of a joke premise than jerking off with your mom. And it's weird.
Did you hear how he perverted that? Did you hear what he just said? What in the actual?
To do it in front of your mom, and it's just money to get you to fight their wars. That's obviously more of a joke premise than jerking off with your mom. And it's weird to do it in front of your mom, and it's just, I don't know. That's just my opinion, and I'm not going to pretend that that's not my opinion. Okay?
That's just my opinion, that I'm the perpetual victim, and I am objectively funnier than everybody else, and I'm going to throw a temper tantrum because people don't think that I'm as funny as I think that I am. That's pretty much what he just said, and the way that he twisted it at the very end. Doing that with your mom. That wasn't the joke premise whatsoever. That has a whole different, I mean, why? Why does he do that? Why does he, whether it's misspeaking or whatever you want to call it, like, oh, I just misspoke. That's a thing, yes. I do it, you do it, we all misspeak every once in a while. But it seems like a constant thing to where he actually perverts stuff more than what it actually is.
I hope I can say those words on TV. Anyway, my whole family's here, so I'll talk about them instead of anything else. Talk about my family. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you guys, if you can tell by looking at me, but I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me.
Objectively hilarious. Like, Shane reminds me of my friends that are really funny from my hometown. You know, like
One of the things that I've tried to do is stop overly describing something. That's objectively hilarious. And the way he was talking earlier, because I do that. I've had to stop myself. But it's a red flag whenever somebody, very insecure, they're overcompensating for something, usually lies. If it's just a constant, they constantly have to oversell something.
Commentary on what he's talking about is more about the gatekeeping in comedy and less about what is funny. Like, obviously that's funny. It just reminds me of my buddies from home that are a little fucked up but funny. So the macro commentary I'm doing about what's allowed on television and like what the gatekeeping is for your straight, white, non-PC male, it has to be perverted. It has to be weird and degenerated. But obviously that's a great bit. And like that he has Down syndrome in his family and it nicked him.
It has to be all the things that, because he is all of those things. The only difference is, and this is the interesting part about this, he is all of those things that he's saying, oh, the gatekeepers, if it's a white person on TV, it's got to be this, this, and this. He checks all those boxes. The only box that he doesn't check, as far as I'm concerned, is being consistently hilarious. This is the Texas Go Radio Show, and I'm your host, Pretorius. As always, till next time. And don't forget, check the description. There's a link for the Grifties. Go vote. Even though I'm not too sure, I'm still voting. I did take a break from it because I wanted to think about it. But I'm back to voting again. The Grifties. Owen's over there. It's almost like a family ordeal, really. As always, till next time.